Hey everyone, new vlog today. So it's Friday, and I want to welcome all the new viewers, and I want to welcome all the new viewers from my high school, Mannheim American High School. Yeah, that was a high school in Germany, and welcome all the new people to the vlog today. And of course, always thank you so much to everyone for all their support and watching the vlog and hearing my story. So today's story, I'm kind of doing this in chronological order. More of my life from year to year, not every year obviously, but year to year, and going to be having some of those insights of the early days, and lots of chapters to share. So like I said on my space, I got 8 done already. So they're those short chapters, like I said, about 5 minutes long. So not to bore you guys. So it's going to take obviously through the Mannheim American High School years. So hey, shout out to those guys. That was in Germany. Also, we're going to be doing the college years, my touring stuff, and up to my current life. So I hope you all enjoy the journey. So anyway, so we're going to start. This chapter is about my mother, and it's year 1961, and this is chapter 3. So the memories I had of my mom during this time were mostly pretty happy. Lived with my grandparents, and then lived with my mom for a short time during that time. So the only really bad thing that happened that I can remember was my early childhood. I think it was about 4 years old, and my mother and I had a minor car accident in Petersburg, Virginia. Basically, what happened is that my mother had a small sports car, and it was called a Renault Dauphine, and that car was built in France. So it was a pretty small car, about the size of a Fiat. So we were driving on a rainy night, and I think what must have happened was that she hit a patch of rain or slick road, and the car spun out of control, and we landed in a ditch. And I remember the aid card coming and all that kind of stuff. So that was kind of a brief memory, and from that moment, I think on some level, my mom and I kind of bonded from that point. So, so my mother, her full name is Dora Cornelia Granby. I told you a little bit about her in the first couple chapters, but she was in nursing school, and she commuted back and forth from Edenton, North Carolina to New York, nursing school in New York. And she would come home every weekend to see me. And one of the sad times during that time was that every Sunday around 4 o'clock, she would, have to say goodbye because she'd need to take the bus back up to nursing school, back up to the Big Apple. So, and thinking back, I really hated Sundays a lot. And the worst part about Sundays was, remembering her leaving. Basically, she would just give me a great big hug and say, be a good boy now, and listen to your grandparents, and I'll see you next week. And I don't really remember how long she was gone because I was a young child, but to a young child, the memory is forever. So it seemed like forever from week to week when I would see her. Like I said, Sunday was really, really bad for me. And a little bit of personal note, from that time, I feel like I still do have some abandonment issues, and it's sort of reared its ugly head in some of my relationships. So sorry for all those people that got sucked up in that, but I guess that's a childhood thing that kind of never really leaves you. But on the bright side, maybe you know, with the guitar, the guitar coming into my life gave me a place to go, gave me something to love, and something I knew in my heart that would never leave me. And obviously, it hasn't. Over this many years. So shifting gears a little bit, my first actual live performance was when I was about 5 years old, and I was doing a classroom talent show in Edenton, and there was a show back then. It was a cartoon show, but remember the cartoon shows where it was kind of like they were not animated, but sort of the sticks, the figurines. I can't remember what it was, but they were kind of real jerky. But show was called Fireball XL5, and it had a really poppy song to open up, and so that song really stuck in my head. So that was a song. I did, fireball, do 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 do, fireball, do 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 do, that kind of thing, real poppy song. And so that was one of my favorite songs. That's the first song I did. Okay, in front of my classroom. So I sang it. Didn't play guitar at that point, but just kind of sang it. So that was my first entry to public performance. So years later, after my mom. When I became adult, my mom and I had a talk, and we talked about those years when she was in nursing school and how she partied and everything. And that was also the year when she was 18. When she was 18, she had me, and I understood the partying and why I came along. So. In 1961 also, that was a year that my mother met my soon-to-be father and her husband. And the transition between living with my grandparents and my mother getting married seems to be, it just seems to escape me. It's kind of a blur. The only thing I really can remember was moving from Edenton, North Carolina, to Petersburg, Virginia. And I was living with my grandparents, and it was a wonderful and nurturing time. Then came the news, my mom and I were moving. So that's it for today, folks. And thank you so much again, as always. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to My Life as a Black Rock Musician on YouTube and wherever you see it. So again, have a wonderful day, have a great weekend, and really love you guys so much for viewing this, and have a great day. Thanks.